era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years. Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years. Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years. Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
It's finally game day once again here at the Paco Arena. Good day to all our volleyball fans. We welcome you back to the Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup. This is Quick Set, brought to you by Kick, powered by Smart. I am Mikey Abueg together with Kayla Reyes and Jelina Luceño. It's a triple header Sunday, kaya tingnan na nga muna natin ano nga ba ang mga kupunan na maglalaro para sa araw na ito. For our first game, it's the Benilde Lady Blazers going up against the Lady Altas at 10 a.m. For our second game, Pool A naman ang maglalaro. It is the EAC Lady Generals versus the LPU Lady Pirates. And for our last game of the day, we will finally see the Adamson Lady Falcons debut as they go up against the JRU Lady Bombers. And I know there are a lot of aspiring volleyball players out there. Kaya tingnan na muna natin ano nga ba ang quick tips ni Ann Rosales.
Open tutor from University of Perpetual Health. And these are my quick tips on how to be a better volleyball player. First tip po is you need to be masipag sa practice, and second, you need to be coachable din po. And third, yung pinaka-important is you need to enjoy the practice and the game po and apply the mga trainings po sa game. I'm Virginia Ann Cruz Rosales, and those are my quick tips.
And there you have Ann Rosales of the Lady Altas. Talaga nga namang kailangang ine-enjoy natin ang ginagawa natin so that we can shine inside the court. And now let us hear from Liz Villanueva. She shares her in or out.
Villanueva, and I'm a commentator from University of Perpetual Health System, DALTA po. And this is in or out. Morning games in, afternoon games out. Sunny day out, rainy day in. Water in, energy drink out po. Playing with makeup out. On po with in po pag walang makeup. Watch a movie in, watch a series out. Training in, working out. Pagalitan ni coach in, pagalitan ni team captain out. Puto in, pancake out. I'm Liz Alexis Villanueva, and that was in and out.
At mukhang pabor nga kay Liz Villanueva dahil morning game sila ngayon. At tingnan nga natin kung ano nga ba ang magiging resulta mamaya as they go up against the CSB Lady Blazers. Ngayon naman, as we share this SSL bundle, cheer for your team while enjoying your Shakey's favorites with the Super League meal deal. Now available in 3 types, SSL 1099, SSL Classic, and SSL Gold. And it gets even better. Classic and Gold bundles now come with a Shakey Super Card for even more perks and discounts. Whether you're courtside or couch side, enjoy the action with the Super Meal Deal. You can now catch the Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup matches live on Puso, Pilipinas, PusoP.com, Facebook, and YouTube. You can also watch the games on the Shakey Super League Facebook page. The matches will also be broadcast on Smart Sports FB page, and you can also watch the TV broadcast of the matches on Solar Sports on DDT Channel 21, Cable Link Channel 58, and Sky Cable Channel 70. It's green versus maroon nga para sa ating unang laban sa araw na ito. Tingnan nga natin kung sinong school ang magwawagi. This is once again Quick Set, brought to you by Kick, powered by Smart.
Sakingan ni Tora.
Kill, stand out from Lady Knights.
Loresco hammers that one down. Much more urgency here, but Boyos, oh my goodness, just erupting at the right time.
Confidence that we are seeing for the College of St. Benilde.
Here she is, right on you. And the hang time there from Alinsog.
It's NCAA versus NCAA this Sunday morning for our first match. Camila Bartolome and the rest of the CSB Lady Blazers step on the court once again, this time facing a familiar foe in Shai Omipon and the rest of our squad, the Lady Altas, hoping to bounce back from a loss last weekend. The challengers versus the champion, CSB versus the Lady Altas for this Sunday triple header in the Paco Arena. Good morning, everyone. I'm Kayla Reyes alongside Jelina Lucenio and Mikey Abueg on the sidelines to take you today's matches.
That's right, Kayla. This Sunday is a battle for both teams when it comes to consistency and composure, with CSB showing how dominant and composed they were in their last game, and Perpetual looking to bounce back. Though they are familiar with each other's system, this is really a test of consistency and composure.
Definitely, Jelena. I'm sure we are in for a treat in today's first match of the day. Let's now move on into our team standings. As of today, October 4, we can see here for Pool A, San Beda and National University with an early lead. Both teams still undefeated. Moving on over to Pool B, we have FEU and Arellano. FEU at the top, they're still undefeated. Meanwhile, Arellano with 1 win and 1 loss. For Pool C, we have the University of the Philippines and UST there on top.
Well, here we are focusing on Pool D with Ateneo de Manila having 1 win and 0 losses, while Perpetual having 1 loss and 1 win as well, and St. Benilde with 1 win and no loss, and San Sebastian College Recoletos with 2 losses here in our Pool D.
Well, let's take a look now at our first team for today. We have the NCAA Season 100 4-peat reigning champions there. We have CSB defeating San Sebastian College of Recoletos in straight sets in their last match, 25-17, 25-20, and 25-18.
CSB looked sharp in their first outing against San Sebastian. They controlled the pace from start to finish, really showing why they're the reigning 4-peat NCAA champions. Their offense was spread out nicely with Zam Nolasco and Camila Bartolome leading the charge.
Well, let's now focus in on their steady and ever so reliable player. Our player in focus is presented by PusoP.com. Join now for free. It's none other than Samantha Nolasco, having 9.6 of those coming from attacks and 3 of those coming from blocks.
Well, for CSB, malaking factor si Samantha Nolasco. Steady sa gitna with 9 points and solid sa depensa at laging composed. Kung masustain niya yung timing at presence niya sa net, malaking tulong yan sa Lady Blazers.
Definitely, Zam Nolasco has been reliable and one of the veterans already for the CSB Lady Blazers. So it's going to be exciting to see how she leads her team once again. But on the other side of the net, we have their challengers, the University of Perpetual Help System, DALTA, and leading the way here. Well, first, they lost. They're coming from a loss to Ateneo de Manila University in 3 straight sets. We have 16-25, 24-26, and 17-25.
The Lady Altas were coming off as a loss to Ateneo, but they were still bright spots in this game. They showed glimpses of their usual grit, especially in that close second set, and you could see the effort in their floor defense. Player like Cyril Almeliana and Shaila Omipon tried to keep the offense going, but they'll need to find more consistency and energy at the net if they want to match up the powerhouse like St. Benilde.
Well, game time will be starting in a while. We'll be right back after a short break.
Good eyesight makes perfect moments. For expert eye care, state-of-the-art facilities, affordable eyewear. Go to EO. EO Executive Optical. Love your eyes.
Presenting our officials for this match, first referee Jetro Paredes. Second referee Preseason de Lara. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Paco Arena. This is the Shakey Super League 2025 Preseason Unity Cup. It's match number 15 between the De La Salle College of St. Benilde Lady Blazers versus the University of Perpetual Health System DALTA Lady Altas. Now let us meet the starters for both teams. First, for the De La Salle College of St. Benilde Lady Blazers. Let's start with our setter and our team captain at number 1, Shakey Basarte. Outside hitter number 2, Cam Bartolome. Another outside hitter number 12, Ashley Ases. Opposite hitter number 16, Kai Gatari. Millblocker number 18, Christian Langan. Another millblocker number 21, Zang Malasco. Starting libero at number 17, Jess Hedoro. Head coach of the Lady Blazers, Jerry Yee. Now let's meet the starters of the University of Perpetual Health System DALTA Lady Altas. Let's start with our millblocker and our team captain at number 2, Cha Enrico. Outside hitter number 4, Shai Umipon. Opposite hitter number 5, Pao Reyes. Outside hitter number 6, Lexi Villanueva. Millblocker number 17, Nicole Ga. Setter number 18, Colette Ga. Starting libero at number 1, Joe Di Lozano. Head coach of the Lady Alta, Sandrieta.
Our starting unit here for both squads. First, for CSB, we have Basarte, Nolasco, Ondangan, Yeses, Bartolome, Katarig, and Dorog. On the other side of the court, we have Gaa, Enrico, Nicole Gaa, Shai Umipon, Liz Villanueva, Pauline Reyes, and Joanna Lozano. Again, NCAA defending champions, the CSB Lady Blazers, taking on the University of Perpetual Health System DALTA, the Lady Altas, both familiar foes from the NCAA. It's gonna be an exciting match to start our triple header Sunday. This set is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's. First attack goes out for CSB.
Well, Kayla, we could see here both squads trying to distribute their manpower. Kasi nga this game is an all-to-play. So dapat, I see it that both teams want powerhouses all throughout the game.
It's a nice strategy from both ends of the floor. Meanwhile, Shai Umipon with an early ace to start things off here in the first set. Shai Umipon, one of the steady players as well, really leading the charge for the Lady Altas in their past few seasons and tournaments, although committing a service error in that last sequence.
Well, talking about consistency, that's what the Lady Altas need in this game. Kasi nga, during their previous game, nakadikit naman sila to Ateneo, but it was their grit, yung parang nagkulang doon na gusto nila manalo. And we know that the Lady Altas are one of the most superior teams in the NCAA.
Meanwhile, an attack from the opposite. This time, going cross-court. Great setup as well there.
That was a good transition coming off from a good receive to a great set to the wing.
Serve from Nicole Gaa. Unfortunately, another error committed by the Lady Altas.
And looking it back into consistency again, Kayla, it's a little bit shaky on the side of the Lady Altas kasi they've already committed 2 errors in the service line.
Definitely, and if you're the Lady Altas, you really want to have a strong start knowing that you're going to be going against the NCAA defending champs.
That was a smooth operation from the opposite side by Katarig. And aside from Zam Nolasco and Bartolome, one of the key players in St. Benilde, I could say, is Katarig and Dinsing. You know, it's that when they're inside the court, naiiba yung galaw ng team.
Yes, and they're also one of the few key holdovers left in this Benilde squad. Great setup there to the middle. And that drop shot works for team captain Charisse Enrico.
You could see that she saw an opening. Medyo naka-atras doon yung setter ng CSB. And a great drop for the Lady Altas.
Service here by Pauline Reyes. Better pick up by Dorog. And that attack finds the end line. Great kill here for Bartolome.
Well, that kill was a very textbook, no? When you see it. Good receive, good setup. And who do you go to? Your previous MVP in the last game.
And Enrico replicating that attack. These setters activating their middle blockers right away.
And it's quite easy to say that Perpetual is really starting off transitioning the plays kasi they would usually maximize their open hitters or wing hitters every time they start out a set.
But a great angle here coming from Camila Bartolome with a sharp cross-court kill there. But we have to give credit as well to Basarte for that amazing set.
And knowing Camila Bartolome is one of the rookies in CSB, I think, nung rookie ka ba, Kayla, did you feel like pressured to perform the same ng mga
veterans?
Yeah.
Well, for me, it really was all about adjustment. Of course, there were rookie jitters coming into a new system, but more of the adjustment period. But when you're a rookie, there's so much to learn and nothing really much to prove because you have everything to gain, and especially with the experience they're getting in preseason tournaments like this.
Yeah, and
service still remains here with the College of St. Benilde Lady Blazers. Zam Nolasco on deck to serve. All tied up at 6. Service ace by Nolasco.
good target by Zam Nolasco.
This serve of the game is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's. Great setup there to the middle. And a quick attack coming from Nicole Gaa.
The Lady Altas really maximizing first their middle blockers. And you could see that they're really trying their best to give that consistency doon sa pasa. Kasi that's one of their problems coming off from the last game. Medyo shaky yung reception nila.
Attack from the opposite. Good block there by Benilde. Shai Omipon. Great pickup by Bartolome. And Yeses scores a point.
Quick transition by CSB on that hit.
Take a look at this replay. Yeses going for the cross court there. Score is
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Good eyesight makes perfect moments. For expert eye care, state-of-the-art facilities, affordable eyewear. Go to EO. EO Executive Optical. Love your eyes.
Unli projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
Welcome back to the Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup. From era to era to era, Cam Bartolome has grown in front of our very eyes. From Bacolod Taitung and now moving forward into the life of a Lady Blazer era, Cam shared with me that one of her major adjustments is being converted back into her original position from her early high school days, which is as an open hitter. But Cam said that she is thankful because her teammates are all patient enough to guide her, kaya ay mabilis nga naman daw siyang nakaka-adjust. She can truly say that this is a dream come true and she is optimistic and steadfast focused to contribute more to the champion team. Balik sa inyo, Kayla Angelina.
Thank you for that, Mikey. Well, Camila Bartolome, so far, so good for the CSB Lady Blazers. She was the top scorer, or one of the top scorers, and our player of the game in their last match.
And it's really great to see that these girls come from the high school division and you get to see them grow much more in the college division.
And transitioning as well, her position here shows how versatile she is, from an open spiker to now an opposite. And an attack here by Christy Ondangan.
That's a very vintage move for CSB. They used to be known for their running attacks. You know, Rachel Austero. And now it's really great to see that they're still adapting those great moves.
We also have to give credit to Basarte, doing a good job distributing those sets to her different spikers who have many options there up front. You have Bartolome, Nolasco, and Katarig at the front line as Ondangan heads to the service deck. Great setup there to Enrico. Basarte chooses Bartolome, and Bartolome gets through that block.
That was a good call by Basarte. Kasi kanina umatras na si Bartolome and she received the ball.
This block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now.
And you could really feel it, no? Na hindi siya rookie eh. Sanay na sanay maglaro si Bartolome.
Good pick up there. Bartolome again. Free ball given up by the Lady Altas. Combination play. And Katarig with a point here. This cool play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. Timeout called by Coach Shandy Rieta. Let's listen in.
Mabilis lang tayo. Nahihirap naman sila umapuli. Mabilis lang tayo shoot. Mabilis shoot dito. Mabilis shoot sa middle. Pasahan nyo lang. Bawas tayo error. Kasi nyo malayo na sunit. Binabaw nyo pa yung habaan nyo. Pag malapit ka nyo, maluin ng ano.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
So we could hear yung mga reminders ni Coach, which is actually, yun talaga yung nangyayari. Medyo bumabalik yung set ng setter, and you could see that the Lady Altas are a little bit shaky since they've already committed a lot of errors dun sa service area and also sa attack nila.
And that's really important if you want to get your spikers going. Hindi pa masyadong nakakapunto si Shai Omipon in the front line or the back row either.
And I've been expecting for her to do more points in this game, coming off the last game kasi natalo sila.
Pasarte chooses the middle, and Zam Nolasco with another kill.
Good call by Basarte and great execution by Sam Nolasco with that differential hit. Dulong-dulo ng court ng Lady Altas, which didn't give them a chance to receive the ball.
Nolasco doing a good job finding those empty zones on the court of the Lady Altas. Basarte with a 1-2 play. Good anticipation from Enrico. Bartolome again. And another point for Camila Bartolome. If you notice, Jelena, the sets are really low and fast here for the Lady Blazers.
Mas binilisan pa nila yung execution ng kanilang laro. And you could say that this is what they need. Pre-season for their mother league. Very good opportunity for them to fine-tune their moves and their plays and what makes the team work well enough for them to secure that win again in the NCAA.
And those sets have been working so far, although an attack error, 4 touches called on the side of CSB.
I think that set was a bit low for Zam. She's kind of used to having differentials and mababa. Ang haba kasi ng kamay niya eh. So,
miscommunication there between Basarte and Nolasco, but let's see how they bounce back here. Free ball for the Lady Altas, Shai Omipon. And veteran Shai Omipon finding the empty zone 1.
That was a good call by Shai Omipon, seeing that gap sa gitna ng net and ni Basarte. And also maximizing na hindi ganun katangkad si Basarte.
Volleyball IQ in full display there on that last hit. Free ball again for the Lady Altas. Good save by Bieses. And Nolasco again from the middle.
Calling out her dominance in the middle. And you could see that even though mataas yung set and yung hinabol pa yung block.
Second technical timeout, 16-12 is our score.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
Only projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app. Choose your number. Activate the eSIM and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Back from that second technical timeout, score is 16-12 in favor of the College of St. Benilde Lady Blazers. Some subs coming in. We have Dinsing in, as well as Getigan as the libero for the girls in green and white. Meanwhile, we have Ariola checking in to serve, as well as Rosales for the girls in maroon.
And this is an all-to-play game, so we could only sub during the second technical timeout.
All-to-play rule giving opportunities for each player per roster to really have that opportunity to showcase their skills.
And what I could say about this game is it's quick in transition. Kasi given our score now, we've only consumed 15 minutes since we started the game. And makikita mo dun na parang I think both teams need to slow down to get more of that momentum. Or maybe it's the style of Benilde to make the game faster para mas mahirapan yung Lady Altas mag-catch up sa kung anong gagawin nila next.
Unfortunately, that attack sails out for Rosales, number 23.
And a bit of adjustment would still be expected from the Lady Altas when it comes to the sets.
Great first ball there. Shai Omipon. Good pickup by Nolasco. Yeses. Good defense on the side of the Lady Altas so far. Yeses will try again. Underhand set. And no one on the side of CSB unable to get to that ball.
That was a good comeback by the Lady Altas, causing a miscommunication dun sa depensa ng CSB. I think Camila Bartolome called out for Zam Nolasco eh. Nagdalawang isip kung sino yung kukuha ng bola.
That ball went in between them. Good effort by Basilio, but a service ace here coming from Rosales.
Good service ace from the Lady Altas, coming from those service errors dun sa first technical time. Binati ko. Sorry. Nabati ko.
And again, this is where consistency, Jelena, comes into play. When you're the Lady Altas, you really want to minimize those errors, especially when you're going against an aggressive team here like Benilde. But a smart 1-2 play there.
That was
coming from the Lady Altas.
Yeah, it was a smooth transition and good thinking, quick thinking eh. Kasi galing sa service area residencing and there was no one there to get that ball.
There's no one home on that last sequence. Net touch, I believe.
Yes, Lady Alta still committing those errors na dapat binabawasan nila eh. I think, nafe-feel ko yung excitement nila na gusto nilang bumawi. But they need to tone it down. Kasi iba yung ginagalaw nila. It's converting those gigil na nararamdaman nila into errors.
And 3 points yun para sa CSB, but a monster block coming from Ondangan and Basilio.
And that's what we're looking for since kanina pa.
This block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now.
And one of the things that CSB is known for is their blocks. Kasi malalaki yung players nila and they have that tight blocking system.
Frontline now, we have Bartolome, Basilio, and Ondangan. Quite a tall front line here, but Nolasco not on the floor. We have Dinsing as their middle blocker. Good set to the middle. Great pancake save by Dinsing. No check there.
Good set, but just a little bit off the execution by Bartolome.
Service here by the Lady Altas. Good pickup by Dorog. And a powerful hit once again coming from Bartolome.
And what I've noticed about her is mas gusto niya, mas comfortable siya sa sets na mas mabilis, tas medyo mababa.
This spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. Another service error given up here by CSB this time.
If I were CSB, I wouldn't be in a comfortable spot right now kasi baka mag-shift yung momentum and ang lapit lang ng scores.
So far, momentum keeps shifting from team to team.
Still, the Lady Altas continue to commit errors na dapat binawasan na talaga nila kanina pa.
Ooh, and another block here by CSB. Again, Jelena, you've been mentioning the consistency they have. This block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now.
Pakita natin. Palo, cover. O palo team, kasama natin cover tayo. Sigurado tayo siya, bilis lang, bilis. Pinapractice natin dapat yung set play natin. Tapos depensa. O pasa tayo.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
Coming from that timeout, we heard that they're quite aware of gaano kagaling na naman yung CSB when it comes to blocking. So, to give confidence to their spikers, everybody must come hand in hand dun sa reception and sa coverage.
Definitely. So far, no coverage on the side of the Lady Altas. Enrico capitalizing on that loose ball.
Yeah, there was some confusion dun sa net with Nolasco and Dinsing.
And team captain Enrico, of course, one of the taller players here, making sure her team gets that opportunity. And Enrico with back-to-back points, once again making her dominance felt at the net.
It was a good timeout called by their coach. And as I've said earlier, CSB is in no spot to be comfortable kasi nga we could see the capabilities of the Lady Altas that they could shift the momentum at any time.
CSB though already at set point, 24-20. No room for error for the Lady Altas. Bartolome with the serve. Omipon. Good pick up by Getigan. Miscommunication. Omipon will try again. And Shy Omipon showing her power and volleyball IQ. That play was brought to you by Kick, powered by Smart. Our way, our rules. Download the app now.
Shy Omipon cutting that set point momentum, getting that chance na medyo malayo si Zam Nolasco from the net.
Although yes is committing an attack error.
They're questioning the call. CSB thought it was a check out, pero it was actually not over.
So the point will remain with the Lady Altas. Let's see if they can close things out here. Then Sing with a drop. Good save. Omipon. Bartolome sets up to Yeses. Omipon will try again. And the chase, but a no-go for CSB. Another set point saved.
And this is what I said again, Kayla, for the third time, that they can't be in a comfortable position because nakikita mo they're shaking with their defense right now, given that the momentum has shifted to the Perpetual.
Attack goes wide for Nolasco. We are heading to extended play, race to 26.
Altas are in their rhythm, and the Lady Blazers are looking to seal the deal.
Basilio to Densing. And another miscommunication there.
Mis-execution by Densing.
No one there to get that second ball as she came up for that block.
Yeah, Densing is a little bit shaky sa attack niya ngayon.
So, Lady Altas at set point now. Omipon. Although that one, unfortunately, hitting the antenna.
Both teams are a little bit rattling in their respective areas.
We're now all tied up at 25. So race to 27 this time. Good first ball by the Lady Altas. Shy Omipon. What a clean hit there for Omipon.
Good thinking. Seeing that Zam Nolasco and Bartolome were far from each other and no one wanted to get the ball.
Good target as well. Nagkatinginan na lang si Nolasco and Bartolome at the back. Set point now for the Lady Altas. But Ondangan saves a point.
Ondangan stops the bleeding. To inch closer to the set point. And you could see late yung blockers ng Perpetual maximizing that opportunity.
So starting unit back in, or starting setter rather, back in for Benilde. We have Basarte as well as Katarig in the front. Chase here. Good save by Getigan. Good hustle on the side of Benilde. Basarte sets up the middle. That was a pancake save called by the referees. And Yeses scores a point.
Good rally. You can see the effort from everyone. But that was a way to end the point, Kayla, with grabe tinuldukan niya yung palo niya, and you could see the effort coming from Yeses.
CSB again at set point. Great defense on the side of the Lady Altas. Drop ball here, no go for the Lady Altas. Omipon from the opposite. Gatigan with the save. And CSB closes out this first set 28-26.
Consistency is really the question here on who has it more and who has it composed pa
Shy.
talaga, yeah.
We noticed also those sets were really being given to Shy Omipon.
The last end, after maximizing the middle areas for quite a long time during the earlier parts of the set.
28-26 in favor of the College of St. Benilde for our first set.
Shakey's fun goes on and on and on, on and on and on. Shakey's got it going on, we still bring the fun.
With decades of great pizza, chicken, and mojos.
Shakey's fun goes on and on.
From era to era to era. The fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
The fun goes on at Shakey's.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
Only projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Cheer for your team while enjoying your Shakey's favorites with a Super League meal deal. Now available in 3 types: SSL 1099, SSL Classic, and SSL Gold. Whether you're craving pizza, chicken, mojos, or pasta, there's a bundle for every appetite. You also get to support your favorite team because for every order, 50 pesos goes to your chosen SSL participating school. Whether you're courtside or couchside, enjoy the action with the Super League meal deal. Let's take a look at our set 1 highlights. Jelena, a thrilling first set we had that even led to multiple extended plays. Well, for CSB, balanced scoring on the side of Yeses and Bartolome. Of course, leading the offense there, or the setting rather, we have Basarte and her in the second setter as well coming in that set. Enrico naman, yung naging bright spot here for the Lady Altas.
And on the side of CSB, they had a strong start, but then medyo humina sila during the last parts of the game, which caused us to have these stats with 15 attacks coming from CSB and 13 from the Lady Altas, 2 blocks each, 2 aces each, and both have 9 errors.
So 9 free points each given up by each respective team. So some of our fans in attendance here at the Paco Arena for our triple header Sunday. We still have 2 matches left after this. That's EAC going up against LPU at 12 noon. And after, we have JRU versus Adamson University as they start their campaign at 2 p.m.
And
this set is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's.
And entering this second set, we're looking forward to seeing how both teams would adjust. Kasi kanina pa natin hinahanap yung consistency. Though Benilde started really strong and the Lady Alta started slow, nawala yung consistency for Benilde during the end part of the set. And the Lady Altas, dun lang sila nakakita ng consistency naman and composure on their end.
So on the floor for the Lady Altas, we have Villanueva, Lagmay, Bustamante, Ariola, Valdez, and Rosales. Our all-to-play rule. Different set or different faces we're seeing on the court for both teams. For CSB, we have Basilio, Flores, Densing, Badyon, Yeses, and Inocentes here in the second set. So exciting mix of players for both squads. Ariola with a set to the open. And a block point as we begin the set here. Care of Densing. This block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now.
Good positioning on the block kasi makikita mo yung palo nung spiker had nowhere else to go but kundi sa line.
Rosales committing an attack error. That one not going over the net. 4-1 is our score in favor of CSB.
So in this set of players here for Benilde, I think Densing would like to improve her game compared to kanina sa first set, which she committed a lot of errors and her game was a little bit shaky. Maybe it was a first set jitter or might it be kasi umaga pa yung laro nila.
Valdez committing another attack error. That one sailing out. Too much power, no clip of the wrist.
There was an error in the service line. Lumagpas siya sa linya dun sa side, the right side.
So free point for the Lady Altas. On deck to serve, we have Nicolette Gaa. Basilio with a set, then Sing from the middle. What a far set from Ariola. And a point coming from Rosales. Sorry, that was number 19, Valdez rather.
Good call on that roll shot. Nakita niya na late pumasok for defense yung sweeper on that end of the sequence.
Basilio to then Sing. Good adjust there. Valdez again. And a powerful hit coming from Edel Valdez.
Good pocket in between of the blockers. Mabuti nakikita nila na late yung blockers ng Benilde minsan. And that's a way for them to maximize yung butas doon sa gitna ng blockers so that they could get a point.
Out of system play here for CSB. Underhand set for the Lady Altas. Yeses with a drop. Valdez will try again. Good pick up there by Dorog. And a lucky break here for Yeses. That one finds the line.
Could say lucky, Kayla, kasi medyo nagulat siya sa set.
That one falling right on the line, making do with the set. She was given good pickup, good first touch rather. Yeses, power tip. Valdez with a power tip. Good blocking here from CSB. And point goes to the girls in green and white.
Benilde showing dominance agad na dun sa net para mamimitigate nila yung mga magagawin pa nila in the end. Like, I mean, you could do the most in the net and prevent everything to go further dun sa defense.
Serve goes wide for Badyon. Playing middle blocker in this second set.
Both teams should look at minimizing their errors kasi kanina they gave they gave 9 free points to each other.
And 9 points
Yeah.
is a lot in one set, coming from each team respectively. First technical timeout, score is 8-5 in favor of CSB.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Good eyesight makes perfect moments. For expert eye care, state-of-the-art facilities, affordable eyewear. Go to EO. EO Executive Optical. Love your eyes.
Unli projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Back in the huddle before this set, Coach Sandy Rieta expressed his disappointment with the team kung saan ay panalo na nga, natalo pa sila. And even before this match, when I talked to Coach Sandy, he mentioned how extended sets are becoming a deja vu for the team. Kaya nga ay patuloy niyang remind ang girls with how they the momentum can shift here in volleyball. Kaya kailangan nilang tibayan ng puso at hindi pwedeng mag-relax hanggat hindi pa panalo. Balik sa inyo.
Thank you, Mikey. Well, Janina, we saw that first set, multiple extended plays, as I mentioned earlier, and the Lady Altas unable to close out that first set despite having multiple chances to do so.
Yeah, and kanina nga, as I was saying, both teams don't have room for complacency and para mag-relax kahit may lamang sila, because you'll never know when the momentum will shift, and most of the time it will.
Crafty move coming from Ariola with a 1-2 play.
Done also in the first set, which she always finds the good timing to execute a 1-2 play.
Valdez with a serve. Set to Inocentes. And Inocentes finding that empty spot on the court. This cool play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now.
That was a good execution by Inocentes.
Quick sets so far have been working for CSB. Those quick, fast tempo plays really challenging the blockers.
Yeah, but as I have noticed, medyo mas mabagal yung laro now compared to the first
Yes,
set.
the first set, which we saw an exchange of points.
Mabilisan yung transitions, even the sets, and dun sa depensa parang nagmamadali lahat eh.
Score is now 10-6 in favor of CSB. Inocentes sa gitna. Back-to-back points here for Inocentes, stepping up for CSB.
CSB capitalizing on their middle, since, CSB is known for their dominant middle attacks as well as their middle blockings.
And isa lang din yung blocker ng Lady Altas in that last play. But like
continuing to show dominance in the net. That's 3 straight points for Inocentes, Kayla, and I think she's getting her rhythm.
This block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now.
It's good that early on in this stage, she's getting her rhythm. Kasi we've seen in the first set how the middle blockers reacted to transitions, plays, and every other aspect. And it's good that I think she's in her sophomore year right now.
Well, meanwhile, for Perpetual, we have Bustamante with that last point. Finding a gap. Ariola with the save. Free ball given up here to CSB. Basilio to Lieses. Good pickup, although that goes over the net. Drop ball this time. Another free ball here. Inocentes again.
4th straight set for Inocentes. And hindi in-expect ng Lady Altas yun kasi everything was so fast in transition and they really thought that it was gonna be given to the wing. Kasi makikita mo yung intent din ng wing spiker that she was going to ask for the ball eh.
Good serve!
5th straight point. Kayla for Innocentes. I think it's her day today.
So far contributing from all parts of the floor. Earlier, we saw, well, her attacks. Ngayon naman sa service department. Pero nabati ko ata, Janina.
Yeah, it's okay. But she really showed a good performance in the time that she was in the court.
But still also her blockings as well coming into play here in the second set.
And we're seeing that the Lady Altas are struggling a little bit given the advantage now of 7 points.
Flores, too much angle on that one. That one sails out.
Good set, but a little off in the execution. The Lady Altas should capitalize on the times wherein nag-error yung Benilde so that they could have more time in the service line and control the game more.
Set in the middle. Ariola unable to get to that one. That brings us to our second technical timeout. Score is 16-9, still in favor of the Lady Blazers.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
Unli projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app. Choose your number. Activate the eSIM and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
This Shakey Super Fans of the Game is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's. What a way to spend your Sunday morning here with us. 3 games.
Yeah, nanonood ka na ng volleyball and then you get a free pizza. That's really fun.
Meanwhile, 16-9 is the current score. CSB with the lead, winning the first set.
Kayla, the Lady Altas are looking to reinforce here in the latter parts of this set, bringing in Shaila Omipon.
Let's see what Shai Omipon can do. As medyo lumalayo na rin ang score ng College of St. Benilde. Ariola to Omipon. And right on cue, Jelena, Shai Omipon with a power hit.
That is a good call. Subbing in Shaila Omipon.
That play was brought to you by Kick, powered by Smart. Our way, our rules. Download the app now.
Since then, what I really like about Shaila Omipon is that she's not one of the tallest players out there, but when she plays, she feels like she's tall.
And hindi siya puro lakas. When she plays, she uses her volleyball IQ as well, which we kept repeating in that first set. Back-to-back points here for the girls in maroon. This time, coming from her teammate on the open wing.
That area in Benilde has been a problem since the first set kasi when you see the probability of the ball going there, dyan siya palagi napupuntos eh.
Well, Zam Nolasco now checking in. So a tall front line for Benilde.
I think that set was a little bit off for Densing, but a good point for the Lady Altas, inching closer.
Another sub. This time for the Lady Altas, it's team captain Enrico checking in for number 16, Chelsea Atlas. Enrico earlier in the first set also contributing big time for her squad. Another block, but good coverage on the side of Benilde. Densing finds the end line.
Densing trying to get her rhythm dito sa second set.
This spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now.
But I think kanina niya pa kinaka pa yung bola because she has been committing a lot of errors in the attacking area.
5-point lead para sa Benilde. We have Shahana Yeses. A monster block this time coming from Densing and Nolasco.
Good marking by Densing and Nolasco.
This block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now.
Ito kung likod mo lang. Para punta doon yung dalawang blocker dito. Isa na lang sa kanya. Diskarte lang, diskarte ha.
Ata muna tayo. Pasa.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
Lady Alta's looking for a way para ma-maximize dito si Shaila Umipon in their front row. And coach was giving out instructions how to do the system na may iwanan lang si Shaila Umipon ng isang blocker. Kasi makikita mo ngayon, ang lalaki ng harap ng Benilde. We have Zam Nolasco, Yeses, and Densing.
Although Shahana Yeses commits. Oh, that was an ace.
But if there would be no reception on the side of the Lady Altas, it would be a hard task for them to create a transition or create a play wherein Shaila Umipon could secure a point.
Yes, it's really challenging. The first touch or the reception here. Same target, although this time that serve goes wide. Point for the Lady Altas.
Again, we're in a stage wherein CSB could not be in a secured position. Kasi nga kanina, we've seen in the first set kung gaano nag-shift yung momentum, Kayla.
Block point here for the Lady Altas. Great timing on that hit by Densing, but Lagmay capitalizing on that one.
You could see the coverage, but then nagulat din ata yung Benilde na mabablock si Densing on that play.
Zam Nolasco this time with a point.
Zam Nolasco has been quiet all throughout the game. I've heard a couple of points from her, but not compared to the last one, wherein she got hand-in-hand with Bartolome.
Ariola sets up Valdez, goes for the tip. Underhand set to Densing. Umipon was there. Umipon naman. Check ball called on that hit. Good shot by Umipon.
Slipping through the fingers of Lieses. You know, talking about how Shaila Umipon executes her attacks, it's with variations. Kasi kanina she was using her power and then roll shots, and now she's maximizing kung paano niya ma-check yung bola sa kamay ng blockers ng Benilde.
Variating those shots. Since nababasa na rin siya ng CSB defense. Better reception here for Benilde. Yeses. That one sails out. Point for the Lady Altas.
Yeses trying to angle it out, but then the Lady Altas capitalizing now the errors of CSB. And should we expect another rerun of the first set?
Well, so far, Lady Altas keep making sure they keep their score close to CSB. But this cool play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now.
CSB is really taking charge here with the play of Inocentes.
Miscommunication there, but a good save by the libero. Back row attack. What a hit coming from Yeses in the back row.
Good call kasi kanina pa nababasa ng Lady Altas yung front row attacks ng CSB. And it's a good way to alternate the attacks from the front row to the back row.
Hindi pwedeng ganyan. Tingnan nyo, naghahabol tayo kung siya eh. Tapos pag-play tayo na walang papalo. Communication yun.
Kasi pattern mo.
Magkaintindihan pa rin dyan sa loob eh. Ha?
Tingin ka lagi sa...
Pasa tayo. Pasa sa kabahan. Sa likod ka ba?
Harap ko.
Set tayo. Gamit ka ba? Kasi ito.
That's open.
Oh, pasa tayo. Pasa tayo.
Let's go. Tara, tara! Isa-isa! Pwego!
Palo, pagtaas ng bola.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
So coming from that huddle, coach was a little bit disappointed kasi nga naghahabol sila dito and they're committing those unforced errors. And magko-commit na din sila ng miscommunication on their side, setting that ball na walang papalo.
This block is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now.
That was good dominance by the Lady Altas in the net. And by this time, dapat basa na nila kung sino yung capitalized attackers in CSB.
So far, good blocking displayed by the Lady Altas, especially in this set. Lagmay, of course, leading the charge there. And another point for the girls in maroon this time.
Good timing for the Lady Altas kasi makikita mo pababa na yung blockers na CSB on that attack.
Yes, and this time that's care of Liz Villanueva. Good receive, yes! Powerful hit, although too much angle.
That was a good execution, pero sumobra lang. And again, Kayla, we're here. Nasa mas malapit na yung advantage ng CSB with Perpetual.
Good receive. Good pick up there by Lozano. Ariola, 1-2 play. And a dump coming from Basilio.
Good dominance there by Basilio, seeing that the blockers of the Lady Altas were a little bit startled doon sa ginawa niya. Titingnan mo regalo na yun eh.
Making sure she puts that one away. 23-20 is our score. CSB still with a lead. Omipon sets up Villanueva. Lozano to Villanueva once again. Ariola chooses the wing. Good defense by both teams. Free ball for CSB. Lieses. That one sails out.
Good angling by Lieses, but it's too much dun sa power niyang nilagay. And the Lady Altas were not ready with that attack. So if pumasok yun, hindi nila makukuha.
Yes, is unable to execute in those last sequences. Katarig from the opposite. Katarig again, good pickup by Omipon. Villanueva finds the line.
Smooth transition from the defense of Omipon to the setup in the open.
This spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. And Villanueva, not the tallest of players.
But nakita niyo yun eh, in that angle, there was a really big spot there for her to put the ball.
But you can really see her wind up, although Yeses stops the bleeding, puts CSB at set point.
Will this be a replay of the first set wherein they allow Perpetual, or are they going to seal the deal here?
Villanueva. Another point for Villanueva, this time in zone 1.
Quick execution on that one. Ang bilis ng transition and even the set was fast as well for the CSB Blazers to catch up on.
Good setup earlier as well by Ariola. Set point pa rin para sa CSB. Block goes out by Nolasco.
That block was costly, Kayla, and would lead us to another extension here in this game.
So as you called it earlier, Janina, extended play na naman tayo dito sa second set, just like our first set.
They can't hear me, but you know, kanina ko pa sinasabi, both teams can't be complacent and they can't have that comfortability even if nagli-lead sila.
Basilio, our playmaker, on deck to serve. Set point for CSB. Umipon, one-man block by Katarig. Basilio sets up Katarig, adjusting to that set. Umipon will try. Getigan was there. Yes. Villanueva. Good chase by CSB. Getigan underhand set to the middle. Broken plays, but both teams doing what they can to keep that ball alive. And Nolasco finally ending that rally.
Ang ganda ng exchange and you could really feel the intensity. Nobody was giving up in that rally and makita mo yung lumabas yung disiplina nila in training with that sequence right there.
26-24, 2 sets to none in favor of CSB.
The fun goes on and on and on, on and on and on. To the break of dawn, fun is never done. Let's all party. Shakey's fun goes on and on. Era to era, what a ride. With each new decade, a fun new side. Still serving smiles on every plate. 50 great years, let's celebrate. Shakey's fun goes on and on and on, on and on and on. Shakey's got it going on. We still bring the fun.
With decades of great pizza, chicken, and mojos.
Shakey's fun goes on and on.
From era to era to era. The fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
The fun goes on at Shakey's.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Shakey's creamy spinach pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
Unli projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Cheers for your team while enjoying your Shakey's favorites with the Super League meal deal, now available in 3 types: SSL 1099, SSL Classic, and SSL Gold. Whether you're craving pizza, chicken, mojos, or pasta, there's a bundle for every appetite. You also get to support your favorite team because for every order, 50 pesos goes to your chosen SSL participating school. Whether you're courtside or couchside, enjoy the action with the Super League meal deal. Set number 2, another intense and action-packed set heading to extended play again.
Well, we've noticed that Perpetual has been really having a slow start when it comes to starting the set. But then in the end, it would always be the same thing over and over again with having CSB being so complacent that the Lady Altas have the chance to shift the momentum, causing us to have the score of 26-24, wherein our stats here shows that CSB did 14 attacks, 11 for the Lady Altas, 3 blocks from CSB and 1 from the Lady Altas, 2 aces from CSB and none for the Lady Altas. But then there is a big difference in terms of error, having CSB with 12 and the Lady Altas with 7.
So that's 12 free points given up. Set 3 underway. This set is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's.
So positive side of that loss for the Lady Altas is that they had lesser errors compared to the last set. But for the Lady Blazers, they had a hard time minimizing their errors, and mas tumaas pa ito from 9 to 12.
Well, if we see here, CSB putting in Inocentes as a starter for the third set. She played a fantastic second set in that first half. That was 5 consecutive points, I believe.
She was in the right area during that sequence, but then medyo nakatayo siya eh. So, you know, as one of the experts in defense, what could you say most probably would be the right technique?
Well, for sure, you really have to be in the proper zone, ready to receive that ball. Of course, staying low, especially if that hit coming to you ay medyo malakas. You have to be ready to react, whether that's a drop ball. Well, let's take a look at our stats now. Inocentes and Nolasco both tied with 8 and Yeses with 6. Well, fantastic game for Inocentes. Playing only in the second set and now the third, and tying her stats with Nolasco, who has been playing.
Yeah, and make that 9 now, Kayla, because she just executed a block there. And it's good to see that all throughout the years, Benilde has also kept that tradition, or like that identity that they have strong middles. But now, we have Bartolome and we also have Katarig then seeing Lieses to balance out that. And that makes them a much more competitive, much more mysterious team. Kung sino talaga ang magiging player of the game, kung sino talaga magsistand out during the game.
Meanwhile, a point coming from the opposite here. That's care of Bustamante.
While Perpetual, on the other hand, we still have the mainstay, which is Shaila Omipon. But we're looking for somebody else, kung sino yung magsi-step up for them to help Shaila Omipon bring points to the team.
Yes, and earlier we saw Villanueva, although this time, basang-basa yung kanyang palo. Coming from the side of the CSB blockers.
Good call there by Zam Nolasco.
Villanueva also played a great second set alongside Lagmay in the blocking department. And Villanueva dominating.
Narinig ka niya. Narinig ka niya, Kayla.
Yes, dominating in that last sequence. That play was brought to you by Kick, powered by Smart. Our way, our rules. Download the app now.
And that area has been the same spot wherein the Lady Altas would score a point against CSB. Kasi medyo nalilito ko yung mga dumidepensa on their end kung sino yung kukuha ng bola.
Communication needed in terms of the floor defense pattern on the side of CSB. Service ace para kay Sam Nolasco. Score is 8-3 in our first technical timeout.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Good eyesight makes perfect moments. For expert eye care, state-of-the-art facilities, affordable eyewear. Go to EO. EO Executive Optical. Love your eyes.
Unli projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Shakey's Creamy Spinach Pizza. Creamier.
Creamier? Yummier!
You are still watching the Shakey Super League Preseason Unity Cup. From once being the youngest in the team, Jody Lozano of the Lady Altas has now stepped into the role of being a senior. When I talked to Coach Sandrieta also, he truly commended how Jody has been putting extra work even after practice. And by extra work, this means Jody also spends time training with their high school team dahil syempre ay ayaw niya nga rin daw makampante, and of course for her continuous improvement as an athlete. At sabi niya nga ay mas lalo niyang tatapangan, sisipagan at itutuloy lang ang ginagawa niya at talaga namang ito daw ay magbo-boom. Kayla Angelina?
Thank you for that, Mikey. Interesting story from your end.
Yes, and it's really great to see that these athletes are putting so much effort into the craft that they really love. And doon mo makikita talaga the amount of effort, the diligence, and the consistency that they put into themselves would reflect doon sa laro nilang ginagawa. And she's doing a good job right now in the defense of the Lady Altas.
Putting extra work, even training with their high school team. Showing hard work and determination, and so far doing a great job here for the Lady Altas today. Omipon, no one home again on that zone and that specific area for CSB. This spike is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now.
Well, I think after this game, Kayla, when CSB would see their replay on what executions they did wrong or what's their problem area, I think that's one of the places that they would like to fix before entering into their mother league or even stepping up in this competition.
10-6 is our score again, this time care of Inocentes. The SS on deck to serve. Over receive by the Lady Altas. Katarig from the opposite. Ariola chooses Omipon. That one sails out.
Good set there for Omipon, but then medyo parang nadula sa kamay niya. Makikita mo the contact with the ball is not nasa palm talaga.
Miscontact on that last play. CSB only leading by 5 here in the third. Make that 4 after a service error by Lieses.
That was a good service by Lieses, but when it comes to jump serves, meron talagang high probability that you would make an error.
Katarig with an attack from the middle.
Katarig with good execution, and her statement, no reaction, face at all.
This cool play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. So far, balanced scoring on the side of Benilde. You have Nolasco, Bartolome, Lieses, and Katarig all having their fair share of points.
Yes.
And credits to their setters, Basilio and earlier Basarte, for enabling their spikers to do so. Katarig adjusts to that one. Underhand set. Dorog, underhand set to Nolasco. Basilio, back row attack to Lieses. Ariola to Lagmay, to Enrico rather, and Enrico with a crafty point.
Good call by Enrico, seeing that the Lady Blazers didn't expect that move. Kasi kanina, when it comes to long rallies, it would usually be CSB being crafty and calling shots in the play. Pero ngayon,
point goes to the Lady Altas.
and we could see in that sequence, Nolasco and si Bartolome switching things up.
Look at this replay, no touch there on that last
Binabilis lang nila yung bola, nahanap lang nila yung butas. Kayo, iisa yung speed nyo, napakabagal. Kala nyo, ang power ng laro nyo. Puro naman puto, puro naman block. Yan yung nare-realize yun. So, ulitin lang natin, ganun din. Yan din yung tempo natin, iisa lang.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
Well, Coach Jerry correcting some of their issues inside the court. And kinall out niya ngayon na hinahanapan sila ng butas ng Lady Altas. Kasi most of the time, the balls that would be from those 1-2 plays or even galing sa gitna na nag-drop ball din sa gitna nila, walang kumukuha even if maraming beses na nangyayari.
Miscommunication there on the side of Omipon and Lozano. Service ace naman para kay Katarig.
But we also have to talk about that earlier sequence wherein we saw Sam Nolasco being an open hitter and Bartolome being a middle. And even until now,
switching positions. Great blocking coming from Enrico.
It's probably why they're trying this, is that trying to capitalize on the right side of the wing of the Lady Alta. Since medyo maliit yung blocker doon, they wanna capitalize on the height of Zam Nolasco.
But it also shows the versatility of these players to switch mid-game.
Yeah.
Both very different positions, wing spiker and middle blocker.
And you could see, no, na mahirap talaga mag-transition because when it comes to the tempo, magkaiba talaga yung middle and then the open.
Bartolome now on deck to serve. Ariola goes to the opposite. And a point here for Camille Bustamante, breaking down that block.
Medyo maluwag and medyo relax yung blocking ng Benilde, which is great for the side of the Lady Altas to capitalize on that check ball.
Ariola chooses the middle. Villanueva. Yes, adjusts to that one. Free ball here for CSB. Basilio to Nolasco. And only one man to block that ball. Nolasco prevails.
How about that? A point earlier in the open and now in the middle by Sam Nolasco, showing resiliency.
Second technical timeout. Score is 16-12.
From era to era to era, the fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
Only projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app. Choose your number. Activate the eSIM and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
This fun family pizza of the day is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's. Again, what a way to spend your Sunday morning here with us at the Paco Arena. Only our first match of the day.
So kung sino man yung nanonood ngayon and has the time to get out of their houses and watch the games here in Paco Arena.
Basilio with a dump. Smart play coming from the playmaker.
Just executing a well-read drop ball for Basilio.
This cool play is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. CSB leads by 5 here in the third. Attack goes wide for Lagmay this time.
Not feel the presence of the middle here in the side of the Lady Altas. And makikita mo yung mood difference between both teams. Medyo mabigat yung sa side ng Perpetual.
Medyo lumalayo na rin ang score ng CSB. 19-12.
Trying to figure out on how they could score a point here in this sequence.
As you mentioned, different demeanor now for the Lady Altas, and the momentum just on the side of CSB, although luckily for the Lady Altas, a service error committed.
By Zam Nolasco, yes.
Villanueva. Basilio out of system play. Yeses with the service error, with the attack error rather.
That was a little bit far off the net for Lieses, and medyo nagulat siya doon sa sequence. And it's time for the Lady Altas to shift the mood here. Kasi kanina, based on our the previous sets that we had, they would always shift the momentum later on and even causing an extension of the set.
Yeses will try again, goes for a drop. Omipon. But a monster block on the side of Basilio and Inocentes.
Like how the hands of both the blockers are inside the net already.
This block is brought to you by Very Very Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. And that forces the hands of Coach Sandy Rieta. Let's listen in.
Galing sa play. Nawawala na, hindi yung pinaplay ito. Open na lang di kayo ng open. Para kayo ni PP. Yung big na open natin, hindi ko na nakikita sa play. Kahit galing receive. Bilis tayo, bilis. Nasa ka ba? Ikaw. Sino nasa gitna? Quick mo to, run mo to.
Let's go! Hueco!
Back quick.
That huddle was powered by Kick. Download the app now.
It's really important for you to have the right execution. And of course, na meron kayong good reception. Kasi even if you have good plays in mind, hindi mo ma-execute yun pag wala kayong tamang depensa or reception.
Well, a quick response here from Shai Omipon. Smart play once again. Finding those empty spots on the side of CSB. Good receive by Dorog. And Yeses breaks down those walls.
I like how she transitioned from the reception of Dorog going to her set na para bang ang relaxed lang.
And that's why the outcome was successful this time around. Moving with composure. Opposite attack. Good block by CSB.
Good call by Bartolome on manning the down-the-line spot. And for the side of the Lady Altas, they were just too shocked kung sinong kukuha nun for coverage.
Good read on the part of Bartolome. Service error once again. Quite a number of errors again given up by CSB sa set na to.
And kanina, based on the statistics that we had, they had 9 errors in the first set, 12 on the second. And what we're really expecting here in the set from them is that bawasan nila yung mga errors nila.
Ariola naman at si Bustamante coming in for some reinforcement. Although not the sight you want to see, kakasub pa lang and committing an error. Back-to-back errors on both ends of the floor.
Medyo nagmadali sila doon sa pag-serve. And it's really important when you're from the front line, you take your time na mag-ready for service kasi meron ka pang adrenaline eh.
Drop ball. Basarte to Bartolome. Attack goes wide, so Nolasco and Bartolome switching back to their original positions.
Yeah, and masyadong mataas yung set for Bartolome. And as we've seen earlier, mas preferred niya yung mabilis na mababang set eh. And now they're switching things up again.
Bartolome, this time from the middle.
You can see the intent with that drop ball right there. And kinakapan niya palang ata siguro yung position in the middle since she's doing quick drop shots for the position.
Service ace for Katarig, and that finishes things off here. CSB winning another game, and care of Clyde Katarig from the service deck.
That goes to show why they're the reigning NCAA champions, is that they emit composure and the resiliency inside the court, as well as consistency, which we have been looking for since the start of the game.
But props still to the Lady Altas for not making this one an easy fight for the CSB Lady Blazers.
And we have seen kung gaano dumikit yung scores nila during the first two sets, even the resiliency and the diligence when it comes to the defense, na nahihirapan yung Benilde makapuntos kalaban sila.
Well, final score is 28-26, 26-24, and 25-18. CSB winning in straight sets.
The fun goes on and on and on, on and on and on. To the break of dawn, fun is never done. Let's all party. Shakey's fun goes on and on. Hero to hero, what a ride. With each new decade, a fun new side. Still serving smiles on every plate. 50 great years, let's celebrate. Shakey's fun goes on and on and on, on and on and on. Shakey's got it going on. We still bring the fun.
With decades of great pizza, chicken, and mojos.
Shakey's fun goes on and on.
From era to era to era. The fun goes on. Shakey's 50 years.
The fun goes on at Shakey's.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Shakey's creamy spinach pizza. Creamier.
Creamier, yummier.
Only projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Our final score 28-26, 26-24, and 25-18, all in favor of the College of St. Benilde Lady Blazers. Our MVP of the match is brought to you by Shakey's. From era to era to era, the fun keeps rolling. 50 years of fun, family, and pizza at Shakey's. Jelena, who is our MVP of the match?
Well, a very well-deserved MVP honors to none other than Samantha Nolasco. All game long, she was a steady force sa gitna, controlling the tempo, reading attackers, at syempre, contributing big sa opensa. Hindi lang points ang binigay niya, pero yung leadership at composure na nagdala sa panalo ng CSB.
Well, let's hear from Zam and Mikey on the sidelines.
Zam, congratulations on your straight set win. During the first two sets nga ay naging dikit yung laban, and we even went to extended sets. What was going through your mind, or ano ba ang nasabi ni Coach Jerry na nakatulong sa inyo para kumakit?
First po, nag-usap po muna kami as a team na kami-kami lang. Kasi parang alam naman na namin yung sasabihin ni Coach. So kami na lang po gumawa ng talk, and yun po, yung mga lapses po kasi namin nung first and second set, siguro nag-relax lang din po kami. And during the third set po, parang doon na po namin talaga nilabas na gusto na po namin tapusin yung game.
Ayun nga, na-mention mo nga na during the third set ay talagang gusto nyo nang tapusin. Ano nga bang tumatakbo sa isip?
Kasi po, parang hindi, alam naman po namin yung mga capabilities po namin sa game, and siguro doon na lang din po namin binuhos lahat para po matapos na po yung game. Yun.
And congratulations on your well-deserved win. Sino bang mga gusto mong batiin?
First po, binabati ko po yung parents ko sa bahay na nanonood, sila mama and papa. And yung family ko, yung lola ko sa bahay din. Tapos, mga taga-Baler, hello. Yun lang.
And because of your impressive performance, meron kang gifts from Shakey's. Congratulations once again to Zam and the whole Lady Blazers. Balik sa inyo.
Thank you, Mikey, and congratulations again to our MVP of the match, Zam Nolasco, together with the rest of her squad, the Lady Blazers. Let's check out our Smart Powered Up plays brought to you by Smart's Only 5G. Stay connected for only 85 pesos for 3 days. Load now through the Smart app. Jelena, set number 1, that reached 28-26, so extended play, a thrilling first set. Balanced scoring between Yeses and Bartolome. And on the side of the Lady Altas, we saw the team captain Enrico, who really contributed big time here.
That's why all throughout the set, we had a lot of questions kung sino yung merong consistency and the composure to finish it. But now leading to the second set, both had slow starts during the set, but then it was CSB who had a little bit shifty, shaky floor defense and even defense sa net, but they emerged winning the set as well.
Moving on to set number 3, everyone contributing here and more dominance shown in this set by CSB. Balanced scoring between Inocentes, Bartolome, Nolasco, and credits as well to Katarig for even finishing the match earlier with a service ace, as well as their playmakers, Basarte and Basilio.
What you gotta love about this set is that the Lady Altas, even if malayo yung score nila, they really show the diligence when it comes to defense, blocking, and even doon sa attacks nila, and even in the playmaking. But it was the teamwork of CSB, the growth and the maturity, as well as consistency and composure that has led them to win this match.
Now let's take a look at our match statistics between both squads.
And we can see here that 38 points in attack for CSB and 33 for the Lady Altas. 10 blocks for CSB, 4 for the Lady Altas, 8 aces for CSB, and 2 for the Lady Altas. But then there is a big disparity in terms of the errors, where CSB has 29 and 23 for the Lady Altas.
Well, we have some more volleyball in store for our volleyball fans today. Up next, it's the EAC Lady Generals going up against LPU, the Lady Pirates. Don't go away. We'll be back for some more volleyball in just a bit.